Okay, I took the last episode as a sign, and I have been sitting here. The game is lagging because of how many pumpkins I have collected. I have just been AFK here for a long time. I'm just trying to get enough emeralds to at least get half decent gear back. But this episode I am dedicating to making sure that if I die again when I eventually go back to finish the Froglight farm, I can just keep going and I don't have to worry about re-gearing as much. The goal is to make it so that I can easily have multiple sets of gear ready to go. But I think for this episode, I'll probably stick to just getting some basic stuff. I mean, not quite this basic, but like just get generic diamond armor, and then I think I'm going to build an iron farm. It's about time. I mean, I need iron anyways to make this more automatic than me sitting here and just emptying it out occasionally. You can tell I've been here a while because there's zombies everywhere, but they can't actually get to the villagers because they're behind trapdoors. Alright, so I'm going to trade these pumpkins really quick, and then I'll cut back when I go to the existing iron farm, which I know is confusing. I'll explain it when I get there. Alright, so this is the spot of the original iron farm that was made, and yeah, it appears to be in rough shape. I might see if I can salvage this still. I have an idea to just like transport some villagers over because there's plenty of villages nearby. In fact, I think there should be one right over here maybe. If there's villagers here, that'll make this easier, but I should just be able to transport them without too much trouble. And my hope here is to basically just refurbish this existing iron farm. There is a new design that I found that came out like a week ago. I'm going to try to use with this. I get the feeling there's not going to be any villagers here. Oh my gosh, there's a villager. Alright, I just need one more. Oh my gosh, there's 2 villagers here. Okay. I can save this iron farm. Perfect. But I just need to get a few materials, like a bucket to pick up the lava and stuff. Because it doesn't look like I'm gonna be lucky enough to be able to actually get one of those from here. I'll head back and gather some materials. I'll try to figure out what I can use here, but I will try to get all the materials that I need, and then I'm going to have to get the Happy Ghast to move these villagers because I am not dealing with them any other way. So I will cut back when I'm at my base. Okay, at this point I pretty much have all the materials I need, except for some leaves, but I'm just going to get those when I get there because there's plenty of trees there that I am probably going to end up chopping down anyways. So the last thing I need to do is run over to the island and get the Happy Ghast. And then I'm going to fly him over to where the iron farm is just for easy transportation of the villagers into the farm and all that. So I'm going to go back over there, and I will cut back as soon as he actually grows up. Alright, there we go. Now I just gotta grab this, put it here, and then wait for this guy to come down. Alright, so I have my Happy Ghast all grown up now. So the next thing to do is head over to the village and see what I can get done. Alright. I'm almost made it in a perfectly straight line here, which is surprising seeing as I didn't actually look at the coordinates when I was here the first time. Hopefully that time lapse wasn't too boring. I mean, with it changing from day to night and back to day, maybe it was cool. I don't know. Alright, so I have dismantled most of the existing farm, I mean, besides the signs, and I have everything I need in here. I used up the shears and got that many leaves, so I'm sure I'm going to need to make this thing bigger, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Yeah, I guess with that, I'm going to start building it. Okay, so I ended up needing a lot more space than I had over there, so I just moved it. It really was not that much work. I mean, the video even says it's super easy, and it wasn't joking. I'll link the tutorial I used in the description, but I definitely recommend using it if you are trying to build an iron farm. However, the next step is to get the villagers in. So I wanted to stop here because I built this little box right around the entrance. And the box is so that I can take a boat and the Happy Ghast, and I can go get the villagers in the boat and just lift them into this hole. So that way when I break the boat, they have to go down. At least that's the thinking anyways. So I'm going to go try that, and we'll see how that goes. Now we got to see if I can actually land this thing properly. Okay. Oh no. Ugh. I think I'm about to lose my mind. What just happened? Okay, I managed to find 2 more villagers. One of them was already in a boat, so that kind of worked out pretty great. This is unbelievable. I swear if I blow my last chance here, I think I might just give up, because the fact that I got these 2 more is, to be honest, a miracle. Okay, it's been a lot of work moving villagers around without powered rails because I'm too lazy to go back to my base, but as you can hear, it's finally working. I have been moving villagers, and ultimately I just started linking them to their workstations, and as soon as I did that, it started working. So now I'm using the iron and the string. The string is going to these guys, but I'm just trading because I want to make sure. I want to eventually get all of these farmers here to be one of these, just because they trade iron, and that's probably going to be the best thing to have down here anyways, because it's cheap and I can make it with just some wood and the iron. However, I am going to keep these 2 as farmers, just because if I need more villagers, I literally just have to buy bread from them and then give it to them. Now, as you can see, I didn't move all the villagers. There's Still some down here, and one of them hasn't even grown up. So I think as soon as that one does grow up, it will link to this last composter and hopefully make this thing run twice as fast. But like, I'm so glad that this is finally working. I'm gonna get these guys all traded up, kind of off camera, but I think this is some really good progress for this episode. I am not moving the Happy Ghast back today. So with that being said, I think I'm going to call it here. Whoa, that was really up close. Yeah, this is going to be the end of the episode. We have a functional iron farm on here. I know I say we, but I am the only person who has been on in weeks. So hopefully this is the motivation that at least one person needs to get on the realm. Because the person who built the original iron farm is getting this one. I'm not going to use this to get iron. I'll buy the iron. I just want people to get back on this world. So with that being said, I'm going to call it here and catch you in the next one.